Hey everyone, Vixen here. This is another vlog. I know you probably just watched one, but here's another one because I need to rant at you guys about a thing that just happened. That has happened. So, this is the beginning of my really long story. Basically, my luck sucks right now. It sucks so bad. So you guys know that I built a computer, right? You saw that vlog, because that was the other vlog that I have uploaded so far. Yeah, so, built a computer, and I showed you guys all the components, and I was talking about how the reviews were all great, and we did a ton of research, and it was awesome. Right. So, we got everything built, it was all looking great, except it wouldn't turn on. And it turns out that the power supply was dead on arrival. Like, it failed the paperclip test, it wouldn't even turn on the fans. Like, it just made this... You know that noise of like a broken spring? Like it made that noise when you tried to turn on anything. And so it was dead. So we had to RMA it and return it, and I had to wait around for a few days because I just didn't have a computer at that point, since we lobotomized my other computer in order to build this one. So we thought, we live in a city. Well, we live close to a city. There has got to be a computer supply store somewhere that carries power supplies. So maybe instead of like waiting around for a few days for Amazon or Newegg to ship us another one, why don't we just go to a store? So we spent all day, I think it was Saturday, running around trying to find power supplies. Did you know that no one carries power supplies? And the places that you would think would carry power supplies don't even know what power supplies are. We ran into so many people who had no idea what a power supply was. They would take us to laptop power cables thinking that that's what we meant, and we're like, no, that's not what a PSU is, guys. That's not the same thing. So we ran around all day, there were no power supplies, we were really bummed out, so we just ordered one, and it came a few days later, plugged it in, everything was working great, and it was awesome, we got it all set up, and then not too long after everything was set up and I was messing around in it, I got a blue screen. And I thought that was sort of weird on a brand new, fresh build to be getting a blue screen. I thought maybe it was like a fluke. I don't know why I thought it was a fluke, but I thought it was, so I just kept going about my business, and within an hour there were 4 blue screens, and we were thinking, oh, all right, something else is wrong, something else is broken. So this is the beginning of what turned out to be, I think, 6 days of troubleshooting, of thinking that we fixed it, reinstalling Windows, thinking that we fixed it, everything breaks again, running Prime 95 and running that graphics card tester program whose name I can't remember, and running memtest all night long and all day long and nothing working. Who Crashed, which is basically a crash dump reader, kept saying, oh, it's a driver problem. It's probably not a hardware problem, it's a driver problem. And that's why we kept thinking like, okay, what's broken? We reinstalled Windows, I think, 5 times to try and get this stupid thing fixed. And it's still having problems, and Prime 95 was giving us all these errors. So, because Who Crashed kept saying that it wasn't a hardware problem, but it definitely was a hardware problem, and memtest was coming back clean, so we thought, okay, maybe it's the motherboard. So then we ran around the city again, trying to find a motherboard, and we actually found a computer store that had one that was the right size, and the right BIOS, and all that stuff, but of course, a brick and mortar store is not going to price match Amazon, and so we ended up paying more for it, even though it's a better chipset. So then we had to RMA the one that I had just got. We got me an Asus, I have to look at the box, Asus H97ME. So we got that, slapped it in, still had errors. Still had friggin' errors. So many errors. They're everywhere. So then we took the RAM from my previous computer, slapped it into this computer, and ta-da! No errors, no crashes, no problems, it's running beautifully. So then I had to wait around for RAM. But I did get my wish. Like, this is sort of a blessing in disguise, because in doing all of this mess, I got a better motherboard, I got a better power supply, and I got the 32 gig of RAM. We got Kingston HyperX RAM. I have 32 gig of RAM, which is fantastic. Holy crap, Adobe runs so fast now. It loads and it's all easy and fantastic, and I love it. But wait, the story gets better. now that I have a functioning computer, now that everything has been resolved, it literally took us like a week and a half to get all of this figured out, resolved, and working again. My webcam stops working. Now why? Why would that happen? Well, I will tell you, internet. So I scheduled a recording session with Adiri/Erica. You have seen us play in Gaming Awkwardly on my other YouTube channel. And we were going to record and get some footage for Sonic Unleashed, which is what we've been playing recently. And I got everything set up out in the living room on the recording laptop. That's a clue. We use the Elgato capture card, we use a Yeti microphone, and then I tried to plug in my HD webcam, the one that you're seeing right now. Everything was working great, and I had it all set up. I had my levels right, so I turned it all off to just so it would save the settings, and waited for her to show up. So she comes by, I try to load everything, nothing works. Nothing's working, and I can't figure out why. So I checked the Windows error message log thing, and it said, "Power surge, please disconnect USB hardware." And I was like, oh shoot. So laptop had a moment where it was powering way too much stuff all at the same time, and I guess it failed at doing that, and it totally fried the webcam. I didn't know this at the time, so I did what any rational troubleshooter would do, and I swapped around these hardware components to different USB slots, trying to figure out if maybe it was the USB that was broken, or maybe that slot just stopped working, or whatever. So not only did the webcam get fried, but the microphone is now fried as well. So we weren't able to record anything because nothing worked. So I had to RMA that webcam, and then a new one came. This one, I plugged it in and it wasn't working. And I thought, what are the odds? What are the odds that I have a bad power supply, bad RAM, and now a bad webcam after just RMAing the one that got fried? What are the odds? Well, the odds are actually minuscule. I took statistics. I could run the numbers for you, but that's stupid, so I'm not going to. Basically, though, the odds are minuscule. So we ended up troubleshooting it, and we found out that there was a Windows patch from Windows version 1511 to 1607, and 1607 broke all Logitech drivers. So now my webcam doesn't work on my workstation at all. Like, it won't even start up. The drivers are totally corrupt. Nothing can even recognize my webcam. It's just gone right now. People are pissed that they did that. They are right upset. So I thought that I just had a really expensive paperweight sitting around now, and that I couldn't record because my webcam was totally bust and I had no way to get it to work. That was until I found out that the laptop that had USB failure is also running Windows 10 version 1511. And I thought, oh, except all the USB ports are broken. I had to go into the laptop, and uninstall all the USB ports, and which was kind of awkward because then everything stopped working. I uninstalled all the USB ports and then rebooted, so Windows was forced to reinstall them. And then I knew that there was one USB port that was working because I had my wireless mouse plugged into it. And so that's the one, that's the port that I'm using for my webcam. So now I have to record two separate sessions. So I have my workstation here, that is where the webcam is, and then I have a laptop here recording my face. And I have to splice them together in Premiere, which is, I guess it's kind of fun. Like, it's sort of fun being able to have the freedom to, like, move the face camera around and adjust it how I want. But it's still kind of annoying because it's, like, one more thing I have to do in post-processing. And then trying to sync it up. Like, yeah, I did the clap thing. My brother actually taught me that, so that's been useful. But it's still just, like, it's just been one thing after another, guys. Like, it's driving me crazy. It's driving me bananas. But the silver lining is I found out what was wrong with the webcam. My wonderful husband, who I have to give a shout out to, he's an amazing guy. He literally spent almost a week troubleshooting my machine, trying to get my system to be rock solid without any problems. And he really like racked his brain and worked hard on it, and he's an amazing guy. Like, I married him for a reason. Oh my gosh, I love that guy. Thanks to him, we found out what was wrong with my system. Thanks to the internet, we figured out what was wrong with the webcam. I got better RAM out of it, I got a better power supply, I got a better motherboard out of it. So I guess all of that's sweet. It's just annoying that it happened at all. And now, while I can record, there's a lot more post-processing that has to go into it. Luckily though, right now it's the college break, so I have time to actually spend in post-processing working on that, which is really nice because it's giving me more time, you know, spend on my videos and make sure that they're good quality and all that good stuff. But yeah, I thought I would just vent at you guys. I don't even know who watches my vlogs, but I thought I would vent about it because it was just like, oh my gosh, are you serious? It was like one thing after another. I was just like, ugh. Good news though, a friend of mine just gave me a survival horror game that I've been itching to play for like a year. I don't know how long it's been on my Steam wish list. So I'll be playing that soon. I'm really excited about it. I'd be playing it right now, except that I have a migraine, which is fantastic when you're talking loud and you have bright studio lights shining in your eyes, so I'm in a lot of pain. Thanks for just listening to me rant and complain. I shouldn't be complaining. Like, this is such a first world problem issue. Like, there are people who have way worse lives than me. I'm just complaining because it's a thing. So I'm sorry. I just had to get it out there. You know how things just like sort of build and you have to just like word vomit all over something? Well, I'm word vomiting all over the internet via YouTube. Thank you for being patient with me, and also thank you for being patient with my video uploads. I made a Twitter post about how, you know, it was school break and I was gonna be a consistent uploader and everything was gonna be awesome. Well, then all of this happened, and so I literally didn't have a computer for like a week, and I couldn't upload anything because everything was on the hard drive, of course. So thank you for being patient with me on that as well. I promise, unless I have more computer problems, I will be uploading probably every day, at least 5 days a week. We'll see. I may have to eat my words on that, but at least 5 days a week until school starts back up again on the 23rd, I think it's the 23rd. Thank you all so much for being patient with me and for watching this video and for listening to me complain. I'm sorry. I promise that my vlogs won't always be depressing. If you like this video, please smack that like button, leave me comments down below, tell me what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Bye! Ha! Did I get it? Ha! Yes, I got it! I barely got it! Sweet! I could only do it with you guys here cheering me on. So you guys are the best cheerleaders. Thank you.